I'm Robert Maxfield, and I'm a music photographer. And I've been in love with live music since I was a little kid. Music like Frampton's Comes Alive, Kiss Alive 1, Burt Sugarman's Midnight Special, where you'd have artists. We'd stay up until midnight on Saturday night and wait for the midnight special and the live performances. What you would get from that was not only the sound, the music being played live, but you'd get the feel and the performance of the soul of actually the artist that was performing the music. And what I'm going to cover in this video is capturing that soul. This is kind of tough, but the other day I caught some flack on a forum on Facebook that someone said I wasn't a very good music photographer and that I needed to do some work on my technique and things like that. And at first I was kind of offended, and then I was like, I told the guy, hey, look at my portfolio if you want, and it speaks for itself. But then I got thinking about my portfolio in general, and there's a reason for the way I shoot and the way my style is. When I photograph a live concert, I look for the expression and the inner personality of the artist that I'm photographing. Uh, they were stating that my technique was bad and I had a lot to learn because I didn't use a lot of wide angle shots and that kind of thing. And normally I do take some wide angle shots. I take a wide angle reference shot so I have the whole band and that kind of thing. But for me, photographing an artist or a band is about photographing and capturing the inner soul, capturing the personality. What makes up that particular artist and what they look like live, and that is the most important thing to me, and it's what generates the whole base for my technique and my style.
This photo is of Ali Venable, and you should be able to feel the emotion that she's putting through the guitar just by looking at the photograph.
What I do is I look for the artist themselves to give an expression or a sign of their personality when they're performing. It rather than have a whole wide shot of the band doing a bunch of stuff up on stage together, I'm looking primarily for the main artist or the members of the band to express themselves, and that's what I try to capture. It's a lot different than shooting a lot of wide angles and things like that. And if that's your style and the way you want to work, that's fine. That to each their own, to each their own style and personality. But what I'm looking forward to doing is capturing what makes up that particular artist. And I'm going to show a few photographs of what I think actually expresses this type of style and what I'm actually looking for and what I'm trying to accomplish. So please bear with me. I'm going to show you some photographs and I'm going to narrate them a little bit and we're going to go from there.
I knew nothing of BJ Barham and American Aquarium, but I could capture the fun, the energy, and the excitement of this artist, and here's the proof. Jimmy Wallace is a DFW Dallas Fort Worth legend, and every time I've dealt with him without his guitar, he's been very soft spoken and mild mannered. But you put that guitar in his hand, he changes completely. He can be a beast with the guitar. Rachel Stacy is always a joy to photograph. She presents herself in many, many different ways. This is probably my favorite of the way she presents herself. Elegance, beauty, and grace, all in one package. This is one of my favorite looks. This photo of David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen from my early archives shows the ultimate showman and the guitar hero, all in one shot. My business partner and I went to photograph Elvis Costello, and I knew nothing of Elvis Costello. But when we were done and after the photos were processed and we were looking at them, he said, "You captured the ultimate Elvis Costello." Funny thing, about 10, 20 years later, the same thing happened. I worked with someone that worked as a sound engineer for Elvis Costello, and he made the same exact comment.
So hopefully, from looking at some of my photographs, you can see what actually drives my concert photography and my style and the way I work. Um, that's what I actually shoot for, is to shoot for catching and capturing the soul of the person that I'm shooting. If you found this video at all enjoyable, man, hit the like button. If you found it worthwhile, you got any information of any value to you, man, please subscribe, because right now our channel is growing. We'd love for you to subscribe. Look at some of our other videos, and we appreciate it. So until I'm going to hope next Monday, thank you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.